I'm fine.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing tonight?
MTS.
Can we can we get started?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
of course. It's already live.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the mentoring tonight. We have mentors from Hobart and William Smith colleges. Could you please introduce yourself from Hobart, all of you, please?
Hi,
Hobart
I'm
and
Jared.
William Smith.
Hobart.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm a senior, so I have one more year left.
Okay, please start.
Jared. Everyone, this is Jared.
Jared. Okay, Jared. Hello. Hello, Jared. Hello, Jared. Hi, Jared.
My name is Maddie. A few of you know me already.
Yes,
Hey guys, my name is Jacob.
hello, Jacob.
How old are
I'm
you?
Jacob. We cannot see Jacob. Can you move the camera to Jacob, please?
See all three of us at once?
Okay, thanks.
Should everyone else introduce each other?
Okay. Hi, my name is Lola. And he is. My name is Lily. Hello, my name is Lily. Hello, my name is Enda. Okay, next. Ari, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Ari Ardiansa.
And then Sigit.
Kansya.
Huh? Repeat, please. Oh, yeah, from maybe from MTS Bina Mandiri. Wanna introduce yourself? Oh, sorry, Mr. Yanwar. Mr. Yanwar. Please introduce yourself.
So should we get started with the lesson? Is everyone good?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. All right. So this lesson is going to be on traveling. Okay. This lesson is going to be on traveling and also on some introductions. How to greet people in the United States and how to say hello. So yeah, why don't we just start with that really quick, as we did last year. You guys can demonstrate something. Okay, so what we do in the United States to say hello is that we go up to each other and we say hi, nice to meet you, etc., and you shake their hand, like so.
Okay.
You see? Okay. Sorry for those who have seen it before. I just wanted to quick review. Yeah, exactly. Start off with this stuff. So, and everybody understands how this is done in the United States. Is everyone okay?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So let's talk about traveling. What we got here. This, thank you. Usually this is okay, everyone. So we're going to start off with some vocabulary words, and we're going to talk about traveling. Can everyone say that word with me, please? Travel.
Travel.
Travel. Traveling is when you go to a different spot, so you can live somewhere, as you guys do, go somewhere else for a period of time, and then usually you go back to wherever you go. This is the world, or the earth, and I drew a small picture to show you. The world is just everything. Our planets is where we all live. Now we're getting some more specific words. So this word is country. Can we all say that together? Can we all say Okay. A country. A country. Place where people live. Indonesia. It is a multiple cities and many states all combined under one. And I drew a picture. This is the United States, and it is an example of a country. Now, differently, to get more specific, this is New York State, where we are talking from right now. A state is a section of a country, and that sometimes has different laws, but the same government. And now this is a city, and the city that we are talking to is called Cleveland. And it's right here. And after many New York City is right here. Right there. And it's actually a very long ways away from where we are right now. Even though we're in the same state, it can be very big. Does everyone understand those first vocabulary words?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Am I going too slowly? Are you guys taking it? Yes, no? Okay, I'm just going to go with the same thing. All right. I can see you guys are achieving. Okay. So a continent is even bigger than a country. I drew another diagram right here that shows this part of the world is North America, where we are talking to you from. And if you get more specific, the country of the United States of America is about right here, and then the state of New York, and the city is right here. So the continent where you guys are on right now is what we call Asia. And continents. There are 7 continents in the world, and we're coming from North America, and you guys are in Asia right now, on a different part of the world. Now, what we can talk about studying abroad. Now, you all are in school, correct, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or you're teaching school, you know, right? Studying abroad is when you study for school, but in a different place, usually in a different country. We have tons of study abroad programs in the United States and at the college where we are right now. And we have tons of different options to go to different countries and study for a short time and then come back to the United States. Now, and that's just going to school in a different country and learning about the culture for a period of time. Now we're going to get more basic here. This is an airplane, which I'm sure you guys all understand and know. The device that you use, transportation that you use to fly from one place to another. Car and bus are very similar, but a car usually you drive yourself, and it doesn't seat that many people. But a bus can fit a lot of different people, and they're usually for more long distance travel, or they're in a city. And you have city people running the bus and go from place to place in that city. A train is also another mode of transportation that'll get you from one place to another. Trains, sometimes you can sleep in trains as well. We don't have that many of those in the United States. We don't have a lot of trains, but they are an option that we can use to get from different places. Okay. So a suitcase is what you use to pack your things in when before you travel. A backpack is what you can use pretty much for the same thing. But if you're at an airport, you have to get your suitcase. You have to show the agents there, you have to show the people who work at the airport your suitcase, and they will have to measure it and weigh it and make sure that it's safe for travel and things like that. So you don't have. Sometimes you don't have to do that with your backpack. Okay, so getting into some different types of climate. The climate in New York is very different to that in Indonesia, because our climate is called temperate, and it can get pretty cold here at times. It gets cold in the winter and hot in the summer, but in Indonesia, it's usually hot a lot of the time, and and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of jungle in Indonesia as well. And it seems very hot, and it can rain often. And it's not the same where we are in the United States. Temperature is just how you measure hot and cold. You guys over there, you use the Celsius measurement. We use and we use Fahrenheit. And we are like the only people in the world, really, that do anymore. Pretty much everybody else uses Celsius, but it's just a different type of way to tell the temperature, what it is outside. And weather is just the way that the world is reacting at certain times. It can be rainy, it can be sunny, it can be cloudy and snowy, and all of those things at different times. And yes. Do you want to try and explain it?
Culture and society?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Jacob.
Hey guys.
Hi guys. Hi Jacob.
These next two words, or this next word is culture. And culture is a bit of a, to explain it is, culture is kind of like everything in a way, in some ways, except culture is really more or less everything in a particular country specific to that country. So in America, American culture might differ from Indonesia, for example. So, and then this next word, this next word here is society, and society, like culture, kind of refers to a specific, specific group of people. So, for example, Western society is one way of looking at it, or Western culture, or Indonesian society, or Indonesian culture is one way of looking at it. Okay. So one difference actually between Western or American culture, I guess, and Indonesian culture is that we have something called a gap year. And a gap year is something that is like a kid who's a child who's in high school decides that college is not yet, he or she does not feel ready for college. He decides to take a gap year or a year to travel around the world and to experience lots of different things in the world. And usually this is actually a very good thing because that guy or girl coming into college then is very is very, very more mature, and on the whole has a better understanding of the world before getting to college and being exposed to a lot of different So moving right along, in order to do a gap year, you would need a passport. Can we say that word, passport? All right.
Yeah, you guys know what it is.
You guys know what it is?
Yes.
You guys know what a passport is?
We'll explain it, but you know what a passport is, Sandra?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
So like, and how a passport is basically the identification from country to country.
Yes.
Or like an ID, driver's license. Whatever country they're from has a passport. So if you travel from one country to another, you have to show somebody before you enter the second country your passport, and then you get your passport stamped, and you're allowed to go. And so, kind of going back to the airplane, kind of going back to what an airplane is, or a bus, or a train. When you travel with your passport, you then also need a ticket to travel on any of those things. And the ticket is just a little piece of paper that's simply is saying it's okay to be on this mode of transportation. Now going even further with legal. We have in the U.S. what's called a visa. Now, a visa is a document that simply says this person can be in the country or a country for a said amount of time. So, if, for example, I wanted to go study in Australia, for example, I would then have to get a visa from the Australian government saying this person is okay to be studying here for 6 months. But that is what, yeah. So I'm living there only for part of the time, but I'm not permanently staying there. The idea is that with a visa, you're only there for the amount of time it says. Once that visa is up, you either get a new visa, you have to go back to whichever government is the Australian government. You get a new visa that says he or she can stay in the country this much longer. So that's what a visa is. Now, also going back to what an airplane is, all right? So now we're going to be talking briefly about an airplane. There is a flight attendant. The flight attendant is usually it can be anyone, it can be a guy or a girl. But the flight attendant is the person who greets you when you're sitting in your seat on the airplane. So the flight attendant is usually the person who comes up to you and says, "Oh, can I get you something to drink?" Or, "Are you okay? Can I get you something?" Like that. And so within a flight attendant, or within the whole idea, the flight attendant also will tell you will also give you directions, left or right, because sometimes they'll say the exit might be behind you, or it may be beside you to your left or to your right. So on an airplane, it's usually a good idea to know where an exit is, because it could be on your left, your right, or behind you. Okay?
But actually, if you go to your left, it'll work that way. Yeah, it should be.
So
That's why they can use it. If you were wondering.
that's how it can be.
Yeah.
So on an airplane, the flight attendant might say that the exit is behind you, or it might say it's to your left or to your right, depending on where you're sitting on the airplane. Okay? All good? Yes? No? Is that okay? All right. So the flight attendant, or well, not the flight attendant now, but also you have a terminal, which sometimes an airplane or a train might be found in a terminal where you will go to get onto the mode of transportation. And in a terminal is an easy way to think of it is just a place where all of these modes are, where a whole bunch of airplanes are grouped together, or trains, because an airport, which is where an airplane is actually not where a train is. But a terminal, again, is just a place where a whole bunch of the same mode of transportation are grouped. And within that, on an airplane, you'll find that there are different where you've pretty much made it where on an airplane there are different sections. There are different sections on the airplane. So there is first class,
Which is the best section
which is the best section.
that I've never been on.
I have sat in first class. It's not. It's not nice. But again, it's actually
It costs more money to go onto the better sections of the airplane. You get more room to sit down, and you
don't have to be.
get better pillows and things. So
Yes.
it's more comfortable, even though airplanes are usually not very comfortable. It's more comfortable than a different class.
So that's first class. Then you have business class, which doesn't cost as much money as first class. And you're probably wondering, why does it say business there? That is because oftentimes business people need a affordable way, because when you're doing business, you don't want to spend a lot of money. So they need a relatively affordable that isn't overly expensive in first class. So business class.
Yeah,
Then-
business class is for people who travel often. A lot of times in the country, sometimes a lot of times in the country, and they can represent a company, so they can go and talk about their own business or somebody else's business, and hopefully get more people to agree with their business in those different spots and for countries or different parts of their own country. The business class is just a good place. It's a nice setting, and it's usually for people who are traveling by themselves. Usually it's one person or two people who are going, and they go often, so there's usually like a special pass they get for business class.
So moving on from business class, there is then coach. There is then coach or third class, and this is usually the place on the airplane where you are like, "Ugh, I can't believe what's happening."
Lots of
Yes.
screaming children.
Yes, you will be sitting in third class, and there will be a baby right next to you who is yelling, crying, and you don't want to be sitting there.
And how close are you to the next person?
Generally, the next person is actually very, usually about this close, almost touching. So,
You should hope that they aren't sick or something like that.
yes,
Or they're not-
because airplanes are a place where you can get sick very easily. So you.
Hello.
Sorry.
We have some other visitors. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving on.
So
Just
anyway, so that is, and those are different sections of an airplane. Do
you want to take this one?
Actually, you don't,
You
if you don't
try
want
it,
to,
though.
you just episode.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
I'm actually kind of like.
Do you want me to do this one?
I guess I can start with this.
Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. I read the other thing.
You can do this part, and I'll try to explain this.
Okay.
Okay. So this is where the English language gets a little tricky because we have different tenses. All right. Now these tenses usually refer to how we're using a word. So there are three tenses that someone can be using. There is the past, so what already has happened. The present, meaning right now. And then the future, about to happen.
So to give an example, we could have a verb to walk. So you know the word to walk is to go somewhere, right? Jared, Dennis, not to walk. To walk.
And using it in a sentence, I would say I am going, or not past tense, but future tense, I would be saying I'm going to walk, meaning I'm going to.
I will walk.
Or I will. I'm about to do it. I'm not actually doing it yet. Now, present tense. Okay. An example of present tense, it would be I am walking. So Jared is walking.
Now, to do the past tense, Jared just walked.
Yeah.
Walked. So we can actually, I'll write that down real quick. Walking. Okay, so this is the present tense, which is happening right now. And Jared is walking. The future tense is Jared will walk. And the past tense would be Jared walked.
What?
There you go.
Okay. So.
And you can do that. You do that with all sorts of different verbs. If you don't know what a verb is, it's just a word in English that it doesn't have to be in English. It is a word that's an action word if you're doing something. So walking can be a verb. Singing is a verb. You can. Moving is a verb. Sure. Okay. Now, Professor Anwar asked me to find an article for you guys and to read it and present it. It's an article about travel and the benefits and the good parts of studying abroad in a different country. So basically the question is, why should we study abroad? Why should we go somewhere else to learn different things? And the article answers that question saying, we will see the world in different ways. That's one reason. It's learning about different cultures, and culture is something that we talked about. You have a different culture than we do, and we have a different culture than Mexico and Canada, which we border. So culture is different than countries, of course, and it doesn't have to be, there are different cultures that can still be in one country. It's not specific to each country. Countries can have multiple cultures in one. Another good thing about study abroad is that it pushes the student to go outside their comfort zones, and by that I just mean it pushes the student to try different things.
You want me to go on the switch?
Yeah, sure.
Like over here.
Yeah. So studying abroad, for example, I went to Russia for 9 to 10 days. I tried different foods. I spoke some Russian words and tried to talk to people. And that's just some things that going outside my comfort zone, which something that I don't normally like to do. And I tried something new and I did something different in that different country. And it increases awareness of certain issues. So, for example, if I was studying abroad in a different country that has a lot of poverty, it has difficulties with people who can't get enough money to feed their families, for example, or some very serious issues like that. Wait, can you guys hear me anymore?
No, they all muted themselves, so we didn't. No, I think they all muted, so that way we can't hear them, but I think can still hear us.
Can you hear us?
Thumbs up, thumb.
Can you hear? Okay, you're back.
We can hear you.
All right.
Okay.
It just got muted for a second.
That's
so-
Harold.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So there's so many good parts about studying abroad. You can learn so many different things. You come back to your own country, knowing all of these things, and you can take that knowledge and put it to different aspects of your life. It might make you. You can tell your stories to other people. You can try and change your country. You can try and help benefit other countries if you see things like lots of poverty or sickness or something like that. Maybe you'll try, when you go back to your country, to help the country where you studied fight against these bad things or something like that. There's lots of different benefits to specific people for studying abroad, but those are some really general ones and some really good suggestions to travel abroad and to meet new people and share your ideas and learn about a different culture and about a different country. And that is where our lesson stops for today. So as we did last year all the time, we're gonna give this last few minutes to you guys. So ask us any questions that you want. Yeah. If you have any questions about the vocabulary, if you have any questions about American life, if you want to know what Jared ate for breakfast, all very important questions. If you want to know. So yeah, any questions at all? The floor is yours. It is open. So have at it.
I want to ask a question like, hi, my name is Lala.
Hi, Lala.
I wonder, which country do you want to visit most, maybe in the next year holiday or something like that?
What is the country that is most, what? I'm sorry?
You most wanted to visit.
That we most want to visit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go first?
So the country that I most want to visit would probably be Australia, because number one, number one, because I might not get another chance to go there. It's very far away. Number two, there is a lot. What I study, there's a lot of really cool stuff in Australia that I could look at and study for what I study here, which is geoscience, or the study of the Earth, as we talked about earlier, actually. But yeah, that's why I'd want to go to Australia.
Yes. So the country I would like to travel to would be Ireland. Because of the nature, I love nature, and Ireland is just a beautiful country, and I would just love to explore it. Yeah, so that's on my list.
It's hard because I want to study abroad in Ireland. I've been there already, and I really loved it, and I would love to go back. But for a country that I haven't been there, been before, really don't know. I really love just traveling different places, and I just went to Russia, and that was awesome. It's pretty dangerous right now, so I don't think I would go back anytime soon, but it was certainly a really, really cool experience. So yeah, something that I really enjoyed. How about you guys? Are there countries that you want to go to in particular that you would like to study in, or that you would just like to visit?
For me, I really want to go to the US. Maybe someday for taking my master. Maybe, hopefully.
Getting your master's? That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. How about everyone? Is there anybody wanna try to talk your hope to go to somewhere in another country? What? And
Me first, Musli. Thanks, Miss Lala. So I want to go to America to continue my study in English literature. I hope someday I can join with you in Geneva too. I can visit you, and I hope maybe and the others can visit us in here in Indonesia too.
Love to have you.
Okay.
If you end up coming, we'll say hi.
We'd love to see you here face to face in Indonesia. Okay, yeah, then this is Putri. Some with Mrs. Sri and Miss Lala. I hope I can go to America and country overseas. I like culture, and I want to take my master's degree there. Family psychological master degree. And then, Mrs. Enda, can you? I want to go to the first country. I want to go to Makkah because I'm Muslim and I want Umrah. You know? You know, maybe?
No, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
The first country I want go. The first country I want go to Makkah. You know, maybe. Do you know Makkah? Makkah? Because
No, I don't think so. Where is that?
Arab Saudi. Emirat Arab.
Saudi Arabia.
Is it Saudi Arabia?
She said Mecca.
Mecca.
Mecca. Oh,
Oh,
okay. That's a city, right?
yeah. Because I'm Muslim and I want Umrah.
That's it.
Yeah, and then I want to go to America because I want to take master degree economics in America.
Economics? Wow.
Yeah.
That is some hard stuff. Good job.
Yeah. Okay, next. Everyone. Okay, enough. And Mrs. Citra, maybe you want to say something? Mrs. Citra.
Citra. Oh, hilang orangnya mana ya?
Mrs. Citra,
Yes.
maybe you want to say something? Yeah. Which country do you want to go?
Excuse me, I can't hear you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Which country do you want to go? The first country you want to go abroad?
The first country I want to go. There's so much, I can't pick one, but I really want to go to Europe. French.
Oh, French. Yeah. Why you want to go? There?
I think the country was really nice, have a nice view, and absolutely I mean, their food was really make me want to go there. I really want to get culinary.
French pastries alone, that's what Jacob said.
Reason to go to France. Yes, very good reason.
Okay. Yeah, this.
How about you, Mrs. Sri?
I already said that I want to go to United States. Because my study, someday I can scholarship go there, get this job. And yeah, this going to. I hope someday I can visit that holiday. Okay, there is maybe you want to hear your dream to go, bro. Nabil, Ilham, Ari. Let's unmute.
I'm sorry. We're not kidding. You can't.
Unmute first. Ari.
Yeah. Is that?
Kiki. Okay. Nabil. Okay, Ari. Which country you want to go to visit or to travel?
Tadi itu.
Teman Ari.
Me? Okay. I'm sorry. It sounds like you're saying Maddie. I apologize.
Yes, it's okay. Okay, Darius.
I don't know what's your
Are there any other questions, or does anyone want to tell us where you're interested in studying abroad or visiting?
This year, would you like to
I have a question from Maggie.
Okay.
How we are affected in the development
May you repeat the questions? I don't think I caught him.
Did you ask a question? Did anyone ask a question?
we are affected in the environment in the US.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She might be.
As she is maybe like if she is newcomers like student who goes abroad, she asked how could we accept it in the environment, in the colleges or in our classes. Yeah.
Did you ask how people can be accepted into classes in Europe?
Something like that.
Something like that? Like accepted like socially or like with a group of people, or like accepted as in like how to get into a program to study in Europe?
No, gimana ya?
In America? How to get in?
That's very
Are you referring to our college in the U.S.?
What?
Like how someone from Indonesia could come and study in the U.S. at a school?
Yeah, if
Like
she come to, for example, if Lilis come to US, she wanna have a lot of friends in there. How can she get involved with another in easy way or? Yeah,
Okay, so are you talking about like how to make friends if you're accepted into a U.S. school?
yeah.
Ish, yes.
Yes.
How to make friends? That's well, probably the best you can do in order to make friends in the U.S. is just to be friendly and try and talk to people as much as you can. If I've noticed myself, if you're sitting in the back of a room and you don't talk to people, usually people won't talk to you unless they have to. So if you say like you want to be involved, you want to be out there and engage with other people, and you want to find friends, probably talking to a lot of different people and being involved in your classes and joining, joining clubs, really good making friends. And yeah, just putting yourself out there and trying to talk to people and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was pretty well said. Although I would say like saying hi to people is definitely a big one. Just saying hi can get the conversation started. Like when you're walking by someone, or if you walk into a room, or just saying hi, like, oh,
hi, how are you, right?
Yeah. Hi.
How was your weekend?
Yeah, asking about like
general questions like that.
Asking general questions like that, like asking, how was your weekend? Oh, you have any big plans for tomorrow, or like something like that?
All right. Did we answer your question okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are there any other questions that anyone wanted to ask?
I have one question. Because I'm coming late, I'm not hearing all the lecture today. Jacob, maybe could you explain again about gap year? I still don't understand what gap year.
Oh, explain about a gap year?
Yeah, I still don't understand that.
Well, you want to take it?
Sure. So a gap year is something that here in the U.S. is kind of something that's kind of culturally different between the U.S. and Indonesia. And what a gap year is someone, a high school student might, so the kid who's 17, 18 years old and is graduating high school might say to themselves, I'm not ready for college. Like, college is not something I'm ready for yet. The idea of a gap year then is to travel to different places And by traveling to these different places, you're then experiencing and being exposed to a lot of different things, people, cultures, even before you get to college, because once you get to college, you're then exposed to a lot of different people, culture from different cultural backgrounds, people from different religious backgrounds, and people of all different from all different backgrounds, really. So a gap year is a really good way to get to do that. Plus, it also makes you, another reason is it'll make you more mature going into college. So that's what a gap year is, and that's why people would do a gap year.
Gap year, it can also mean like if you get out of high school or like you don't want to go to college just yet, or sometimes if you can't afford it, you can take a year to work before that. That's also a gap year. Usually, like sometimes you find it more often has to deal with travel, at least in my experience, but there are lots and lots of people that want to work before college, or maybe they want some spending money before college, or maybe they want to study abroad at some point and they want a solid job for a full year before they go to school. Any of those reasons. So it's usually either traveling in the year after high school, a different country or multiple different countries, or it is working for a full year and then going to school. It could be either, it could be doing different things, but yeah, that's basically it. Does that answer your question okay?
Yeah, I understand now. Thank you very much, Megan, and thank you very much, Jacob.
You're welcome.
Okay, next, other member here. Mrs. Chitra, would you like to ask something? Miss Chitra?
About abroad school.
Study abroad?
Yes. Yeah, study abroad, I mean.
Do you want to know what it is?
It's like you got school in different country like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Okay.
Anything want to know about it?
Yeah, I like to know about it. I
Okay.
like to know more, I mean.
About it generally?
Yeah, generally.
Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh. Jared went abroad. He can tell you.
Last year, I was able to go to Berlin for one year. So it was for about 1 month. I got there, it was like really hard. Back up in September. And the semester before, we figured out like where I would want to study abroad, so that I could then make some go abroad. I chose Berlin because I've never been there, and the culture.
Excuse me? I really can't hear you well because your sound is like too far, I mean.
Oh, okay. Just scream it, okay.
We're gonna try yelling.
I'll try yelling.
Not try to yelling, but make it loud.
Okay, so for study abroad, it's geared towards your interests. So for me, it was hard. But when I went to Berlin, it was for 4 months, I was able to take different art classes. I took a painting class, I took a bookbinding class, and do like art history. So it's really geared towards your interests. So other countries, they go focus on different areas of study. Like where did you want to try?
Yeah, like I want to go to Ireland at some point, and usually, at least at our school, there are different programs that you can do. Like say in Ireland, they like talking about history or English. Those are like two major programs for that country. And Germany, I know we have a good engineering program in Germany. Probably also a great art program as well. So you can make your argument for different other things you want to study. But we, at least at our school, we have pretty defined program of study that you can choose from in different countries. Does that answer your question, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
If it doesn't, just let us know. That's okay. I'm trying to explain it.
No, it's clear. I understand. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Hello, Nabil, Rizky or Ari or Lisdia, Miss Lutfi or Miss Anda, would you like to ask something to them? Miss Putri or Miss Anda?
I think we are good, Busri.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. It was our pleasure.
Yeah. Today, although
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, maybe. Thank you, Jerry and
Okay.
See you all next week.
yeah.